Alright to YouTube, another one of Kip's Clips, and welcome to See Through the Fear Porn Friday. And I thought I wanted to pick a topic to touch on, which was anger, better out than in. And like, see, because we talked about a couple of weeks ago, we talked about anxiety, and with that comes, pardon me, with that comes anger as well. In the last few years and stuff, man, I've definitely easily learned to cope with my anger out of necessity because I've been so angry. And I personally think it's better out than in. But just before we touch on that subject, let me quickly go into the chat room and say hi to folks in the chat, and then we'll bounce into the hangout and stuff. So thanks to everybody that's joined us from the start. Don't forget, there'll be a new event page. It's a good place to share pictures, all that sort of stuff. Some people are really getting into it and actually speaking amongst themselves and starting up conversations and whatnot on it, which is the complete idea of it. So use it, man. I'll be making one either tonight or tomorrow, so batter over there. I mean, like, why not? A lot of people are going on there sharing pictures. Means all's welcome. And there's a free speech zone. Right, and remember, Cookies community's got over there as well. It's a great place to get a flavour of lots of different hangouts that a lot of different people put on, and I recommend it for everybody. Now, say hi to everybody that's bounced into the chat from the start. Michael Am, first in, how you doing? Always Michael Am free to join us if you want. Link is below, everybody, see there. And if you do appreciate this wee Friday night shindig, stick a wee thumbs up, man, and share it with your pals and whatnot, man. Give everybody a heads up. I mean, why not? Share the wealth, share the wealth. Collyman, how you doing, mate? There is the echo back, Steve. Cheers, man. Oh, well, no, it's no. It's Jamesy boy.
What's up? Aye, I said aye. Hi, guys.
Oh, how you doing, Jamesy boy? Oh, shit. I was thinking like I've been Taz. Sorry, Taz, I'm not getting a wee echo for you. How's Yvonne doing, Jamesy boy?
Right, not bad, mate.
No worries. Right-eo. Oh, fuck. Jamesy boy, I'm getting a wee bit of echo for you, man. Give 2 seconds. Where am I? Right, so thanks to Kip's Clips in the chat. How you doing, mate? Soprano fan, Linda Cloud, Rebecca Bradley. How you doing, Rebecca? Thanks a lot. Rebecca uses the event pages and all that brilliantly, man. Shares a lot of pictures, quotes and stuff, man. I've took a lot for them, man. I love the input you put on the pages, Rebecca. Thanks for that, man. Blazing Stars, I'm sure I said hi to you, buddy. Nice to see you in, as always, mate. There's Jovan, Trend Maker. How you doing, mate? Coleman, Actional Reactional. Linda Cloud, how you doing? Nice to see you in. And Fleabite, how you doing, mate? And Taz, thanks for... Taz is going to try and keep an eye on the chat for me tonight if she possibly can, because I've got the reading skills of a 5-year-old and I can't do it. And she's kindly will lend me a hand on the chat if that's okay with Taz. Is that okay with you, Taz?
Yeah, I've got it. I'm just trying to swap between screens. Trying to stay up, so I'd like to say to everybody, God, I'm getting that echo back. Is that me?
Go ahead now, take Taz and tell me if you get it.
Oh, let's see. Right. Yeah, no, it stopped now. Yeah, no, I'd just like to welcome everybody, same as Kip did, really. So, yeah, we've had quite a few people in tonight, so good evening to everybody. I'm waving, but you can't see me. So, like I say earlier, hope you all had a good week, and we'll all have a good night tonight. And away you go. Back to you, Kip. I'm trying to follow through what's going on in the chat.
Oh, aye, brilliant. It's just so
play nice and no trolls and
It used to be great when there was less people in the chat and you could like, sort of bounce into it and follow the wee story, but now it's just too busy and I would literally need to be there 25 minutes to try and read 5 minutes like comments. So Taz is a bit.
It is.
Taz stuck in at school and she has the reading skills higher than a 5-year-old. So.
Yeah, I was 6 years old.
And how you keeping anyway, Taz? All good in the hood?
Yeah, we're all good over here. Thank you very much.
Nice one. Nice to hear it. So thanks everybody in the chat. I hope I said hi to you all. I'll bounce back in as and when I can and touch base with Taz. And he'll say Janelle in the chat. Good evening, Janelle. Or good morning for you, is it no? Somewhere around there anyway. Janelle, links below. Everybody, links below. Everybody's free to join. I'm going to bore you with a wee trip around Glasgow that me, Days, and Big Bobby took. What day was it? Monday? Tuesday? Wednesday? What days of the day? Friday? No, it was yesterday. Stupid mistake. We went around the town yesterday, and don't know, man, a good 4 or 5 plus hours, and we've seen a lot, man. Went round the medieval centre of Glasgow and whatnot, the cathedral and stuff. And I'm going to bore you with some pictures for that. So hopefully, Days will be able to join me as well, because it was me, Days, and Big Bobby. He was eating his haggis, drinking his iron brew. Fact. But he doesn't like porridge, which is, so I don't know. It's not 100% Scotsman anyway. So anybody that wants to join, we're going to obviously be touching about anger better out than in. I don't know. I definitely know how I deal with that stuff, man. I think it's better as long as your anger, as long as when you're letting your anger out, it's not in the wrong places at the wrong people to the wrong extent as well. I really do believe it's better out than in. Otherwise, sitting there festering and stuff, it ain't good. So hopefully, if people want to touch it, man, because I don't know, everybody must get angry. Oh, another thing to touch on with anger as well is it's a natural emotion. It's nothing to. I mean, nowadays you're brainwashed to think nobody should ever be angry. Take a pill for it. But you need to realise why anger's there, why it's been there in nature from day one. It's a human instinct. It's a very important human instinct. Anger and the defensive mechanisms in the human psyche, like the human instinct, from day dot is it's survival instincts, and that's why anger's important, not to use in constructive ways, and make sure that you don't take it out on the wrong people, take it out on innocent people, or even take it out violently. Because a lot of people associate anger with violence. There's a difference between anger and violence, right? You can be angry and not be violent, and that's the differential. The cultural Marxists out there do not want to touch on. Anyway, so let's say hi to everybody. Tony in the chat. How you doing, Tony? Bounce in, Tony, if you want to come in and chat, mate. I know you will be meeting up with yourself tomorrow, James. We're going up to the Necropolis tomorrow, hopefully, if the weather allows, and a wee anti-austerity march and all that to boot. So, how many there will be? There'll be Big Bobby, James, Days, and Tony. And me, so it'll be 5 days, man. So it'll be a good be squad days. I need to see if I've got any more of my BBC propaganda stickers. I think I've fucking used them all, but anyway, I need to see if I've got any more of them. So Tony, mate, can't wait till tomorrow. That is going to be good. There's Tazan, there's Bright77, how you doing? Bright, there's Jazzy J, how you doing, mate? Love a name, Jazzy J. Soprano fan, Janelle, this is a totally good topic for me. Well, use the button below later on, or use it right now if you want. Come into the chat, right? So, and Taz is going to keep an eye on the chat for me, so thanks a lot. Now what I need to do is try and get these pictures up. But first, Stevie B, how you doing, man? Long time no speak. How's things keeping with yourself, mate?
Yeah, mate, all good here. All good here on the southern front, if you like. Although Taz is more southern than me. But yeah, no, everything's fine. Everything's great.
How's the English?
Glad to be here tonight. And sorry?
How's those pesky English treating you?
Oh, racist bastards, man.
Don't be, that's anti-English. Don't be that, man. That's how You'll get us thrown off air or something.
Yeah,
Got the old north and south divide, eh?
Oh no, Taz, are you more
No, we all play nice. We all play nice.
Taz, are you more southern than Stevie? I think.
Yeah, I think I'm nearer
Yeah,
to London.
yeah,
London town.
yeah.
More
No,
inland.
Taz, you're about 25 miles south of me, I think, roughly. Around about that. So.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good in the hood.
Word.
Word to you, man.
Jamesy boy, how's you and Yvonne keeping everything alright? Oh shit, sorry James, I think I've muted you, sorry mate. My fault. Hold on. Oh, there we go, James, you're back in the room, mate.
Right.
How you doing, buddy? How's you and Yvonne keeping? Sorry, mate. It was just.
All right. No, still got this screen share thing.
Well, nobody can listen, mate. No, what we can see is just your camera, so nobody can see this end with your screen sharing, mate.
Wait a minute. It's probably me being stupid.
A young pup like you confused by a computer? No chance, James.
Right.
Hold on, I need to show my
Alright, I'm fine.
patriotic t-shirt tonight.
Yvonne's way back in the room.
She says she's in there to play on her Facebook, mate, but she's secretly listening to the show. I know she's the #1 fan, secretly. Keep an eye on you. But mate, thanks, and you're looking forward to tomorrow, man. I don't know if you're liking the. My mom might even be coming as well, so it's going to be in fact, it might be 60s if my mom comes. Depends on the weather for my mom, because she's like the old ones as well, man. They're weather dependent.
Good stuff, honestly. I'm glad to be there a lot.
See, do you know what's heartwarming about my mom? Do you know why she wants to actually be there, man? To support the anti-austerity protest, right? Obviously, she listens to a lot of my bull crap, so so she does have a very sceptical outlook. But she's actually now getting an interest, man. I mean, I've ticked a very good few boxes with my mum. She understands the law with regards to parking tickets in Scotland, and where to shove them if they're unfair and warranted, and she knows the TV licence is unjust and stuff as well. And now she asked me to come tomorrow to this anti-austerity thing. So kudos to my mum.
I'm sending your mum to my mum.
Well, listen, give her full room and board, man. She'll be down in London in a shot. I just warn you, man. Put a lock on the cabinet.
Just tell me you're not going to move.
And James, you looking forward to tomorrow? Me, you, Big Bobby, Daze, and Tony.
Yeah. Can't wait, man.
It'd be good fun, man. I'm well looking forward to it, man. Aye. But anyway, we'll talk about it. We'll get that all sorted later, man. Right, sorry, I'm sitting here like this because I'm trying to screen share these pictures. Is Daze back in the room yet? What happened? Is Daze dropped out? Daze dropped out. Right, no worries, man. Right, where are these pictures? People will find this boring, but I don't. That was just a sunset I took. Right, so we went to initially the Glasgow Museum of Modern Art, right, in Royal Exchange Square. And I just took this picture because it was like duration 33 minutes. And Big Bob nod your head yes if you think it was like a pure mind meld bloody. When you get in and it was this big psychedelic. I've tried to take pictures, but they didn't really turn out. But 33 minutes, and then this was one. I'm not a big fan of modern art, to be honest. Call me a skeptic, right? I think it's off. I mean, I can look at it and go, wow, that's a pretty cool picture, but I wouldn't pay any money for it. I think that's sort of my stance on it.
What's a co-op for if you don't like your rain?
Aye, mate, that's what's in the Glasgow. I don't know. That's the one that caught my eye, and I took a picture of. There's a few more here actually.
A crib?
This I thought was just this was painted with hundreds of dots, man. I just thought it looked dead Eastern and stuff.
No, that's more like Australian Aborigine.
Aye, good call actually. Aye, that's aye, mate, definitely. Good shout. Just the militant methods of the NWSPU Women's Lib. That was a good picture, but turned out rubbish because a lot of these pictures have glass on them, which doesn't reflect light well. That's a statue with a cone on its head that will not get its cone taken away. That's a statue with a cone on its head that won't get its cone taken away because there was a protest and there was hundreds of thousands of people Facebook campaigning. You heard about that, Jamesy boy, didn't you?
Yeah, did I? They want to actually build something in it so they couldn't go back up and put a fucking cone back on it.
It's a Glasgow tradition, though, isn't it, mate?
Yeah.
It really is a Glasgow tradition, that. But you do need to see it to believe it. But anyway, that was a couple of pictures like that. This was then we went for a tour around the Glasgow City Chambers. Man, the Glasgow City Chambers is immense, right? I've done, if you're interested in that stuff, man, go and check. I don't know if it's on this channel or my old channel. I've done a lot of videos on it, right? Listen to this one, James. I don't know if we've told you about this, James. I've done a lot of videos on the symbology. I've been here three, four times, and I've done a lot of videos on the symbology, the Masonic symbology, you know, the symbology in it and whatnot. And the tour guide, when we turned up, right, obviously gathered us all round at the bottom of the white marble staircase opposite to the black granite staircase, of the black stone staircase, and she was like, right, he said, welcome to take pictures and video, but nobody is like, please don't put me on film and put it on YouTube. And she turned round, didn't she? I need to remember your name, Big Bob. Didn't she, Big Bob? She turned round to me, mate, and she was like, well, she turned round and was like, I'm not pointing at anybody, sort of looking at me, because she's watched my videos on YouTube, so that's pretty cool. But she has upped her game. So I oh, you need to go to Glasgow City Chambers. It is quite superb. And these are just a few pictures. I think Days and Big Bob will have more, so maybe if you are interested. That's the marble staircase. It's bigger than the one in the Vatican. The white marble, one of the most expensive marbles in the world. 3 stories high, and at the time the Vatican had a marble staircase 2.5 stories high. Now, so obviously at the time they meant it to be bigger and better, because Glasgow was the second city of the empire at the time, rich through tobacco and its links to America. Trading links to America. Now the symbolism, if you want to get this right, look what is in the white marble staircase, right? It's just a very big light well coming down, and on the roof it's these sort of a lovely motifs, right? Because we'll come to what's on the opposite side of the building, on the black staircase. Shit, right, what was I going to say there? I forgot, maybe it'll come back to me. So this is the marble staircase. The significance of right, so this is over the other side. This is the black marble staircase, which will come more clear on other later pictures. But the light well above the black, oh sorry, that's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say. The white side of the building is known as the civil side, right? That's the nice, shiny, they've put a lot more money, effort, that's the prestige side, right? The light side, and up the top here. The dark side is known as the working side of the building. That's where the Lord Provosts, like the Mayor of Glasgow, we call it, or Provosts, Lord Provosts, rather than mayors. And apparently less money and expenses they've cut corners and done replica marble more than real marble and whatnot, and cut corners along those lines. Now, look at the light well. Now, do bear in mind these buildings were built before electricity, so light wells were important. The second light well, which is above the black, the working side, the black staircase, the working side, the light well, rather than the pretty motifs that you have, right, that pattern, what you have up the top here, and which I've got better pictures, but this is obviously grainy because I'm zooming in, but just to show you, this is right at the bottom of the staircase. That is a Lucifer, right? And the kid he's not, man, I'll show you, I've got well better pictures, right? But as you can see clearly, there's one looking down, and it just so happens, if he's into symbolism and stuff, you've got 6 on one side of the gallery and 6 on the other side of the gallery, and I'll show you what is up there later. So you've got the symbolic 66, and if you're into Kabbalism, symbology and whatnot, you know what that symbolises. Well, you can go and find out what that symbolises for yourself, do a bit of homework. So that's the black staircase. So we're going up the black staircase. I think I was obviously concentrating on the Lucifers, so I don't actually think I might have a clear picture of the black staircase, but hopefully I do at some point. But there more clearly you can see the boobs, the belly, the androgynous, and it's a horned crown, and then the wings, the fallen angel wings as well. And there you can see 3 of them, but obviously you can't see the full gallery from there. So they're there again. I was just looking at these earlier, and I have actually got some quite good photographs, considering I was using a wee crappy phone. Then we went into the council chambers. This is where the Glasgow City meetings, Glasgow City Council meetings are held. That's Days sitting in the Lord Provost's chair. So that's like that's the head man. Was that Jamesy boy?
I've seen you sitting in that before.
Aye, I was sitting on it. I've got pictures. I went once. I was there with my mum, and I got pictures of myself there. But I've been a good few times now. That's the strange thing, that I've been there so much.
I didn't even like you there, to be honest.
Oh, it's good. James, you need to come with us one day and we'll do that, mate. It's no stressful or anything. You're just slowly walking on a building, and it's really, I don't know. I love it, man. I could go and do that a few more times, because each time you learn a wee bit more, sticks in your nut. So there's James in the Lord Provost chair. As we're going through at the top of the gallery, and at the time I thought that was a cherub in reflection. Maybe not, but that's just due to my bad eyesight. I probably could say that it isn't a cherub. Now this is one of the first ones I got of the Lucifer close up. You can clearly see it, man. I mean, you can see the pregnant belly, you can see the boobs, and you can see the crown with the horns either side and the wings as well. Now, because I was working in a camera in a confined space, it was hard to get a photograph of all 6 in to show you that there's 6 one side and 6 the other, but I did manage it at some point. Obviously you can see 3, 4, 5 there. Now, as well, what do these 6 Lucifers one side, 6 Lucifers other side look down upon? They're right above the light well that looks down upon the black side, the black staircase side. The working side.
Looking happy guy.
Well, mate, this is a portrait which you'll find. This is a portrait. Here's the Lucifers looking down on all, right at the top of the castle, all the portraits of all the previous Lord Provosts of Glasgow. Now, obviously, there's well, I can't remember how. There's been hundreds, if not thousands, maybe, because the Lord Provost is a very old title, especially in Glasgow. So there's more paintings than they could ever put up in the whole top of there. So they do select it and store the other ones. But as you said, mate, look at this one. Right, this has been a Lord Provost. Look at that. It looks like feckin' hell in the background, man. That's a very interesting painting, but again, no my real style. That's what. Like I wouldn't even. Somebody drew a picture like that about me, man. I think. Well, it's not too hard to do a picture like that. Me just draw.
No, I wouldn't be happy if somebody drew a portrait of me and that.
Looks a bit grim, doesn't it?
Aye, damn right. I've got another couple of really grim photographs actually, right, when we go to the oldest house in Glasgow. Here's the one photograph that I did manage to get the 6 in, right in the corner of the room I was. So you can see the 3 there and then the 3 there, and it's the opposite sides are the same. That's the coat of arms, right, of... well, this is part of the coat of arms of Glasgow, but what Days noticed was if you look at it upside down from here, right, it looks like a knight with a body and arms, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Right, but look, it's actually
look at the fingers. Right, yeah.
But look, see if you hold on, I'll zoom in a wee bit more. If you look at it here, and Days was telling me that he was a friend, a cousin, an uncle. He used to know that done artwork. Used to do pieces that obviously had a looked like one thing up one way and looked like another or. So it is a skill. So I don't know. It's just interesting, right? And then if you want to look at it, look, see there, and the proper way.
Yeah.
There's the Lady Liberty. Oh, do you know, that's what I forgot to get. I forgot to get a picture of the Statue of Liberty, but my camera would never get enough details. This is up next to the necropolis, just out the... this is a replica that was built in 1988, so... this is right next to the cathedral. I didn't take a picture of the cathedral, but if you go and look on my Facebook, I think, or my channel, or something, you'll get hundreds of pictures that I've took before. And we'll get hundreds of pictures tomorrow as well. Site of the Bishop's Castle, Wells, circa 16th century. The Bishop's Castle is no longer there, but it was obviously one of the... it was there up until the 16th century. And this was the one of the oldest surviving graveyard and the churchyard outside the cathedral. And here's 1612. MPL.
I'm surprised it lasted that long in Glasgow, man. It is pretty fucking corroded, but...
Oh, well, look at that. So what's that? Fucking...
That to
400 years old, right?
400 at least. Yeah.
And you can still make out the skull and crossbones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and put that in perspective, that's older than America and Germany.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I should say the United States.
That long to be corroded like that. That's amazing. 400 year old.
Oh, mate, I'm pretty sure there would be older graves there. 1724. So that guy died before America. But aye, this is right outside Glasgow Cathedral. Do bear in mind, Glasgow Cathedral was built in the 12th century. It's medieval.
No.
This was on the front door of the cathedral. I can't believe now I've got up took a picture of the cathedral, but Google it, you'll see it. It's spectacular. Tomorrow I will bring you the best pictures ever, right from the John Knox statue that looks down on us. James, wait till you see it, mate. So there's 2 cherubs on the door of the church. Right, this is the door of the chapel. 2 cherubs, nothing like a naked baby that says church, and a wee dragon in the middle. On a couple of knockers. There was obviously 2 knockers. This was a wee memorial to a guy. The narrator told us a story. We back and spoke to the... How long? Big Bob's busy, sorry. But, I'm trying to think how long we spoke to the creator. It must have been about an hour and 15 minutes or something, man. It was ages.
That's pretty new, Kit.
No, oh no, man, this is ancient.
No, it looks as though it's been redone or something. It's very new looking.
Well, not according to the
Compared to the rest of the
memorial.
church.
Not according to the memorial, mate.
Looks pretty new.
Well, do you know what? See, tomorrow, mate, we'll put a date on it. Just
Yeah.
because I didn't get a picture. Now, this is an interesting wee bit, right? Now, everybody knows, well, sorry, not everybody knows, this is the Jesuit symbol, right? IHS. This is in the middle of the chapel in one of the wee pews, right? Now, this cathedral, obviously, if you know your history, if you don't know your history, this was obviously, well, it was Christian, it was Catholic, right? It was run by the Romans. It was run by Rome, right up until the Reformation, and thankfully this was one of the churches that didn't get burnt down during the Reformation during the 16th century, and so today, strictly speaking, this cathedral is a Presbyterian church, Protestant in other words, and the guy, the narrator guy that was there. We were asking him hundreds of questions, and I said to him, "Why is this Jesuit symbol here?" He's like, "I don't know," and changed the subject. And why is the Jesuit symbol there? It's like,
Is that Glasgow?
that's in Glasgow Cathedral, a Presbyterian church, and right in the middle, the big Jesuit gang sign, mate. The big Jesuit gang sign. And if anybody hasn't seen, if you analyse the symbology again on the Jesuit on the symbol, now you can say I'm talking piss, right? But the mirror language is one of the easiest and oldest used ways of.
Seth, is it?
Well, Isis Horus Set is rumoured to what the IHS stands for. Traditionally, they say it relates to letters in the Greek spelling for Christ. But if you look at it backwards, right, what letters do you have backwards? S, H, it's S, H, I, and then the cross is a T. You've got shit, and then see down here, these wee three bits, you can't see it clearly, represent the three nails that get used to nail Christ to the cross, if I can remember right. And as you can see, if you're looking at that in reverse, take that as a T, shit on Christ. And that's the Jesuit symbol, right in the Presbyterian Church, Protestant Church, Jesuit, Catholic, in the Presbyterian Church, and nobody can tell us why. Shazam! You know what I mean? You go on and ask these experts, why is there a and they can't answer you. And the dude's an expert, man. So anyway.
I always thought Glasgow Cathedral was a Catholic church.
Well, traditionally everybody thinks a cathedral is a Catholic church, mate. But the Reformation, buddy, man. Reformation was big in Scotland. I think they've got John Knox statue about fucking, what is it? I was going to say 30 feet high, but isn't it's a lot higher than that. We'll go to the John Knox statue tomorrow, mate, and get pictures of him. He's for the Reformation. Now this was interesting. I've got bad eyesight. Couldn't figure out what this was, but that looked Egyptian to me, like the Sphinx.
Yeah.
A wee bit of a better picture here. Now, if you do, hold on, what was the one? Aye. There was one there that I'd done, and I could see Egypt. Am I lying?
The sign they've got on the Metropolitan.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Look above it, Egypt. Right, and the Sphinx. Now, I don't know what that symbolises or anything, but I'm just saying it's in Glasgow Cathedral. I thought it was interesting. Took a picture. That's about all I can say. That looks like a thistle in Pune Latin stuff I can't understand.
That's what I'm saying. That looks like the see that one you were looking at there, Kip? That looks like the thing you get on a Metropolitan Police helmet.
That's what I'm thinking. The burst, the
Yep, definitely. If you look up like a Metropolitan Police now, they fucking daft helmets they've got. No,
Now, I'll go through these because I don't know. Look in the chat and see if are people bored with this. Oh, well, sack it, man. I'm having fun. Sorry, man, if you're bored with this. It won't be long, man. We'll talk about anger and the best way to deal with it and stuff. But I don't know. This stuff interests me every now and again. A wee bit of history, especially about Moon City. So obviously, here's a medieval map. Won't interest you guys. There's an There's a early Glasgow. This was inside the oldest house in Glasgow. What year was it built? 15 something. Hold on, where's my leaflet? Where's my wee leaflet that the girl gave me? 1471 it was built, actually. 1471. Mary Queen of Scots has stayed there. All sorts of historic people stayed there. Coats of arms engraved in wood for the 16th century, I believe, if memory serves me correct. That's Henry VIII, a portrait of Henry VIII, who apparently stayed there as well. Here's a picture of a funny-looking lion holding the English flag. I think this was Henry VIII's shield, but I didn't notice. Look, he's got a big boner. I never noticed it when I was taking the picture. It was only when I was sorting my pictures out the night that I see he's got a big bloody fucking boner. So obviously the lion was fucking fertile, if you get me. Big massive boner. There's the shield of arms and stuff, the 3 lions, the lion rampant. That represents all the kingdoms. Here's another. That's what I was talking about, a creepy one. Aye, that was in the oldest house. This was in a tarot shop we went in and just sat and spoke to this guy for a good bit, just for a bit of banter. This doesn't mean I'm into this stuff, by the way. I was in a shop that had this in a cabinet and I took some pictures, alright, so get over it, people. And I seen this in the shop as well. So I think that's me about done. I'm back to the sunset. So I don't need to bore you with that anymore.
No, that was good, mate, honestly.
Well, Jamesy boy, well, mate, that's all within walking distance to the city centre, mate. Oh, that's wee.
I know I've seen all your videos and I know exactly what you're talking about.
Well, see tomorrow, man. I'm just praying for good weather, and this necropolis will be fantastic, I think.
Good stuff, honestly.
Right. Aye, you're kinda right. That's enough for that. Oh, we got 2 Tazzies. Taz.
Yeah, sorry, it fell over.
How you doing?
It's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. Yeah, I'm
What
good,
was-
thanks.
what
What
was-
did I miss?
No, you missed nothing. I was just boring everybody with some photographs for mine and Daisy's and Big Bobby's day out.
Yeah. They look awesome pictures.
Interesting.
Yeah.
No.
We don't have anything like that round here, so, fair play to you for uploading them,
What's
showing
the,
everybody.
what's the chat room saying? Are they bored? Are they even talking?
No, I don't think they're totally bored. I've lost the chat room again, so Kip, can you put the link in there? Because everything's shut down on me, sorry.
No.
I was following it through. And,
Oh, come on, Taz, you're letting the team down.
I know.
You need to have a
I was
second
keeping an eye on it.
I'm having a blonde day today.
We're having a good conversation in the chat, so it's all good.
Yeah. It's all good.
Well, thanks to everybody, and just out of fairness and stuff, Taz, did you get that link?
Yeah, I've got it, thanks. So I've got to queue it
I
up
don't know
now.
if you need it through Skype or whatever. But just say hi.
Skype's off.
Say hi to the new folks in. Huxley Pig. Huxley, I've sent you a link through the Google, the Skypes, if you fancy joining us. Jesus, my God, listen, I'm actually developing a stutter. If I pick up a penguin. Right, Jesus, politically incorrect, how you doing? Zoltan, how you doing, mate? Rebecca Bradley, lovely to see you in. Janelle Mary, not in the flesh at least, I don't.
Zoltan, get up, you mate.
How, what's up?
He's a dick, that guy, man. He does man on.
Oh, he's like, Fuck Zoltan, don't fucking slag James off, mate. I've met him in the flesh, man.
James is a good
Fucking
boy.
intelligent. Man.
I just,
He walked up to me. He walked up to me and showed me.
he's an absolute dickhead guy, man. But even why he bothers.
Mate, maybe he's just trying to push our buttons and wind you up, man. Don't give him the.
Pushing my button right now. Yeah, I'm going to ignore him. Right, forget it.
What come? You don't see him bouncing up on camera and fucking speaking, do you?
No.
Zoltan, link below, buddy. You come on and say anything intelligent you want, mate.
Yeah. He will never say anything intelligent. He's just wind up.
Mate, probably really just there to wind us up, man. So let's just fucking move on. Let him be. Because see, that's the thing I was going to say, man. If people come into the chat room and they're at the wind up, I personally think, and sometimes I break their show myself, so like fucking bad me. But best thing to do is just try to ignore them. I don't want to ban anybody or anything because they'll just make my little pounds come back. Oh, they're banning me, and like, just come on, make a fool of yourself and like puff yourself out and move on. Because like the vast majority of people in the chat and all that seem to be fucking relatively normal thinking people, if that makes sense.
They're all fairly balanced.
Balanced, that's the best word, Taz. Sorry, because fucking normal thinking people makes it laugh. You know what I mean? Nice one, Taz. Thanks for the rescue. Jazzy,
Yeah,
do you think I said how?
Sorry, Kip.
No, you better.
No, I say trying to be normal. You know, what the fuck is normal?
That's the sanest thing I've heard today.
Yeah. Hey, Robert
Hey,
J.
guys.
Morris, how are you?
I'm very splendid, thank you.
Welcome to Kip Clips.
I just got introduced to you guys. My friend Janelle's a big fan of you there, Sips.
Hey, Janelle, big shout out.
Yeah, well, you know,
Janelle's a good gal.
she went and fled. She went and fled into a room over there. But that's my new travel companion. We're gonna be. I feel like the Doctor now, like Doctor Who, not Kevorkian. I mean like Doctor Who kind of talking. I'm a sci-fi fan. But anyway, yeah, no, we're traveling across back to BC, and yeah, it's gonna be a fun trip.
Nice.
Excellent. Cool.
How are you doing this evening? What neck of the wood are you from then? What neck of the wood are you in just now?
What?
Whereabouts are you just now?
Oh, right now we're in Alberta, Edmonton, Alberta, in Canada, and we're going to be heading back towards Kelowna, British Columbia, which is I don't know how it's 700 kilometers, maybe 800. I don't know. It's not that far really, but we got to go through the Rocky Mountains, so it's kind of like it's, you know what, it's an awesome journey. There's gonna be lots of photos. There's gonna be lots of video. We're gonna be doing she's kind of like my co-anchor, my co-host, if you would. And we're gonna put out some content. So I hope you guys watch and take it all in. It's gonna be excellent. We're gonna do some astrophotography up in Jasper. There's no light pollution whatsoever, so we're gonna be doing some awesome photography at night. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Nice.
And I've even heard rumors that in the mountains there's Native American petroglyphs that depict UFOs and shit like that. So I'm kind of keen on looking for that too.
Okay, well, good stuff.
Right, well, people, you've been in.
Keep us posted.
You've made a few comments in the chat and stuff. So if anybody wants to go and get your YouTube, go and click on his name in the chat, and you'll get his YouTube and subscribe, and you'll see any content that get put up there, mate. So nice one. Look forward.
Hey, good to meet you, man. Good to meet you. I heard a lot of good things, a lot of positive things about you, which I haven't heard a lot of positive things about anybody lately. There's been a lot of drama going on.
They're all lies, mate. Oh,
Awesome.
Honestly, don't.
You know what? The truth community, the truth will set you free.
Well, don't build me up, mate, because you'll be sadly let down, man. That's one that, that was one of my major realizations.
Well, first off, get your own material. Whoa, that's my line.
Well,
no, I'm joking.
See, the thing is, mate. I don't like. I approach life in with the attitude of like I don't think I know I'm not better than anybody else, but more importantly, I know that I'm no worse than anybody else. And I think good attitude, and I mean, like you treat people the way they treat you, and I can't. I don't know. I kind of don't change. I don't change much to suit other people. I can socially interact with all groups, know that, but I don't really change much, and I don't know. Some people can't get.
It's funny. I'm the same way, and you know, I never ever said to anybody that I'm any one thing other than Robert J. Morris, and the only thing that changes with me is the occurrence of slurring with each passing of a beverage. Now, as that goes down the line, I mean, I really don't change myself. I just did a video where I said I'm not going to do the social hangout thing anymore publicly, which I'm totally doing right now. So I completely made myself a liar all of a sudden. Well, guess what?
But
here I am. I just want to say hello to you guys. So just want to reach.
You're welcome along anytime, mate.
it's Friday night. You're allowed.
That's cool. Well, and we're leaving. We're hitting the road tomorrow too. So I kind of wanted to make a public announcement and say that Janelle and we're gonna head out, and yeah, man, we're gonna rock it. We're gonna rock that place.
Happy
Jasper
travels.
won't know what hit it.
Yeah, we look forward to any footage that you upload and stuff like that. So that will be cool.
Have fun.
Well, and here's
sounds
the twist. Here's the twist. If my 1994 Ford Explorer actually makes it through the Rocky Mountains, it'll definitely be wonderful.
Fair play.
Transmission's starting to go, so hey, you never know.
Take your tools.
Yeah.
Make sure you got a ramp on there.
Oh,
or a
geez,
jack.
yeah.
You gotta have a jack.
Ramp, jack, maybe both. Actually, it's funny. I got both.
Robert, we're going to like tonight. Now, like we're going to try and touch on anger and stuff. Now, I'll say my wee bit in a second. But what about yourself, mate? If you get into saying anger, is it better out than in? How do you deal with it?
I absolutely do, brother, because you know what? Recently, and actually this is what one of the things that attracted me to the subject matter was the whole anger thing. A lot of people get bent out of shape over silly things, right? Ridiculous, constructs that are really only existing in their own heads. And then the real important matters that they should be angry about, they're deflecting. Now, I don't know if that's just human reaction or whatever, but like I'll tell you this, guys, like I'm technically homeless, and this is why it's like, okay, well, I got evicted from my place after a job. I started a job, didn't get paid right away because it had a 2-week holdback. My landlord was a bitch and said, no, your life problems aren't my problem. You're gone on the 15th, so now I'm living in my truck. So what am I doing? Well, instead of being homeless, I'm going to call myself a traveler now. but that's the thing. I mean, it's like, how do you handle these things? Like, I mean, yeah, sure, I could be pissed off. I am pissed off, but I mean, it's how you take the anger, and I got thick skin. I don't know. Maybe I got a liver forged on Krypton, and I got really thick skin. So, like, maybe it's just the fact that I'm a well-adjusted human being, that I don't go out and murder people in a crazy rampage, like but the thing is like it's the first thing. I'm pissed. Well, yeah. So's everybody. Fuck off. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know if I could swear on the show. My bad. But seriously, but that's the attitude, And how I deal with anger is like I try and just tell as many funny jokes, and if no one's listening, at least I make myself laugh. I don't care.
I think being angry at the important things, like you're saying, you need to have your priorities straight is important. And if you're not angry at the things that that are really affecting your life on an individual basis, there's something wrong with you. And then it's something how you deal with that anger. I mean, at first, I would just the anger was just coming at me, so it was coming out in the wrong place, the wrong places, big style. But then, I actually and this wasn't through any faking book or anything like that. It was just through fucking analysing how I was dealing with shit and understanding what was going on. And then
Yeah, but you know that can lead to more anger because the more you self-analyze, I mean, you could drive yourself nuts doing that, man. Like you could really drive yourself crazy.
overanalyze. I definitely know I overanalyze things, but to me, it brought me around to an understanding what was happening, rather than me thinking, going, "What the hell's?" I understood what was going on, and understood you needed some way to vent and stuff.
Right. Objective approach, right?
Look, see my way of venting now, right? It's trying to be. Oh Jesus! Hold on a sec. Something's going on here.
He's a popular lad.
Are you phoning this man? All right.
Interrupt.
Nah, somebody's phoning on Google Plus, and I don't know how to bloody shut it down. Sorry.
All right.
I think over the time I've ended up finding the way to like vent is through creative anger, if that makes any sense, man. I mean, there's and also people need to distinguish very much, I think, very much between anger and violence. I mean, there's a big difference because we're getting told by the emoticon culture creator, cultural Marxists out there. That you can't be angry, we've got a pill for that. You can't be sad, we've got a pill for that. And people need to take on board this is all part of the human experience, man. Like, see, when you're sad, just fucking understand it. Like, if you grin and bear it, you don't need to run it to the pill shop all the time. And I'm not giving out medical advice. I'm just saying, people, like, rather than think.
Oh yeah. If you drop an insult and you don't drop a lol after it, then you're an asshole, right? You know what I mean, though? Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. I totally get it. Like, but the thing is about like anger is like, anger issues aren't just settled by yourself from within. Like even with objective analysis of oneself, I mean that's where it starts, obviously. But I mean, like having a network of people, having a support system is important as well. And like, I think ultimately having the right support system. Like, you know, you could have a bunch of wankers hanging on your every last word, egging you on to go up to the clock tower and start shooting people. Like, you know, it's a wrong group of friends, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. I mean, like, and then you have other people that you can actually confer with. Some people might not tell you. They might not tell you things you like to hear, but at the same time, as long as you look at things rationally and objectively, you can approach them and then say, oh, you know what? Yeah, that's kind of bunk. I don't like what you're saying, but you know, you're probably right. You know, and I think a lot of it's about acceptance, because I think anger is just an initial reaction to an uncomfortable situation, regardless of what it is or how big it is. It's just an initial reaction. It's like, this is uncomfortable, it sucks, I don't like it one bit, and I'm either going to freak out or crack another beer.
Yeah. Light a spliff, get a beer, chill out.
Yeah, that's right. Chill the fuck out. That's right. That's what I'm saying.
We people worse off than you. Get a grip.
Yeah. All I have to do, seriously, all I have to do is like walk down the street. I don't know the right street to walk down. It's like, yeah, I'm not there yet. And then, okay, I'll turn around, go back home. Okay, now what? Okay, recapitulate. You know,
regroup.
Regroup, reorg. Yeah, totally. Yeah, absolutely. Take inventory. Okay, I got my fingers and toes. Yes, I got all my fingers and toes. Okay,
that's what I say. I think if you're ever in that much of a bad situation, and you kind of as long as you escape with your sanity, you're doing well. You know, and then just move on from that. You know, especially if things get really bad.
Sometimes I put my sanity. Sometimes I put my sanity in the glove box of my vehicle, and I keep it there just in case I lose my trousers. Because then suddenly it's like, oh shit, I'm naked, but at least I got my sanity. You know, It's in the glove box. It's safe. Now, I mean that figuratively speaking, of course.
Yeah.
I never lose my pants ever. I mean, you know what I mean. Like, when I was at, I ran out of gas at a plaza in the coffee shop there, and it was funny. I was there for 2 days. I had a 100-foot extension cord I plugged into their power outlet on the side of the building, and I was there for like 2 days, and I was using their Wi-Fi. I was building a website out of my truck for a client just so I could get gas money. Anyway, it took 2 days
Nice.
for them to realize that the cord was a tripping hazard. I'm like, you guys really have to up your safety policies,
Oh,
because that thing could have killed somebody 2 days ago,
yeah.
and they didn't know how to take it.
James, is that your
That was
Steam
just-
fan or your phone?
That was my phone.
You're not going to answer it, mate. It can be important.
No, it's one of the fucking stupid numbers. I know that I can
Most
talk-
numbers are.
It's one of the unavailable fucking withheld.
Your stalker.
Yeah.
Did you get onto that link that I sent you the other night? Get that sorted.
Yeah. Nah, no, I told them. No,
Yeah,
right.
well done.
Right. I've unblocked Mr. Zoltan.
Right, does Mr. Zoltan want to come in?
Yeah. Right.
Right.
Aaron.
Right, play nice, man. Right, man. Say what you want to say, but play nice.
Yeah, no handbags at 20 paces. I'll
Fix.
have to step in.
Right.
Has his territorial.
See, you clowns get a grip.
Janelle wanted to
Play nice.
point out to you guys that I'm long-winded. That's awesome.
So why you cut out there? What did you say?
You cut out, Robert. What'd you say, mate?
Oh, I was saying Janelle. She's like, Robert's long-winded. Apparently, if I cut out, don't worry, I'll come back because I'll just continue talking.
All right, okay.
Right, there's nothing wrong with somebody that can talk. Aye, so like I don't know. James has apparently blocked Mr. Zoltan. So Mr. Zoltan, if you fancy coming in, keep it nice.
I've unblocked him. So on you go, mate.
Jamesy boy's a wide boy for Glasgow, mate. He'll bring you down. Where's your brother, mate? You need to set your brother on him.
No. I'm glad he's not here.
He'd have his Buckfast boat out and everything, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, bass. Aye, right, so, Taz, I don't know, what about yourself, man? Being a lady, this will be interesting, your take on the anger thing. I'm a sexist in saying I'm saying that ladies, your average lady will have anger, a different type of anger, and will react differently to anger. Do you know what I mean? Men usually want to hit things. Women usually want to psychologically destroy you.
Oh yeah, I think we've bred species that we've been quite good at that in the past, but yeah, me myself, I think the older that I've got, the more tolerant I've become, you know, and obviously with a lot of knowledge comes a lot of power.
You're a superhero.
Oh yeah, I'm a superhero.
and Tazzy,
No.
I have to say, and you also have a sexy voice, and you're the reason I came on here tonight. I was just saying, I want to
yeah.
say, great book.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think I've learnt tolerance. You know, being in the past, obviously you freak out, but I think the more you become aware of the way that things are, or things that are being portrayed, you know, and then you find out that it's all fucking bag of shit.
Yeah, I've learned that
really?
desperation is an admirable quality.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, Robert, I'm sure if you like Tazzy's voice so much, she's in the chat, so you can subscribe to her YouTube and stuff.
Yeah,
I
it's
shall.
there. Thank you very much.
Stevie B, mate, what about you, man? Are you getting to say about anger, mate? How do you deal with it and stuff? I've not muted you up, have I? Or are you away? See, away making a brew? I don't think. No, I've not muted you up, I don't think, mate. What was it? Stevie B, you
Oh,
with?
There he is.
I'm here, mate. I had just popped out. I don't know. I deal with it. Yeah, like you said, really. I tend to just get creative. If I get frustrated or angry at anything, then I just tend to walk off and start doing something else and just chill out. But I have a really long fuse, so I don't really get angry very often.
I think a long fuse is a good thing,
That's
right?
yeah, that's a good word. I like that. A long
Well,
fuse.
Do you think it's a good thing though?
the thing
Think
is,
building it
Yeah.
up and letting it all out at
Short
once,
fuse.
or do you think having
well,
periodic?
well,
good.
no, this is what I find is because I do have a really long fuse. I mean, like, you know, it takes a lot to get me angry, but if you take me too far, then I do literally just flip out. You know, but so for me, on a
Freak
personal
out.
level, I actually see it as a downfall. I think it's better to let the anger out straight away. You know, if somebody
I was
upsets
just
you,
gonna
like,
say
where,
that.
like I am
Right.
the type of person. I am the type of person who will be angry but just go silent. I'll go silent. And
Oh, when I go
like I
silent,
say, I'll
when I
walk
go
away.
silent, look out.
I'll give you a good
Yeah,
example. I can give you an example of what I mean, right? Like, me and my mum have a really close relationship, right? And I'm really much myself with my mum. So when me and my mum are interacting, right, and James might understand this more than most, because I don't know if it's commonplace more in Glasgow, but I can express anger at my mum for do you know what I mean? And she knows I'm expressing anger. It doesn't mean anything else. It doesn't mean I love her less. It doesn't mean there's any threat of violence or any of that daft shit. Is people are allowed to be angry. Now I'm talking about when I'm trying to teach her how to work a computer and stuff. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, Mum, just let me sort it out for you. I'll make it all one button click and stuff. You know what I mean?
You know, good point. Good point. Frustration and anger are directly related. However, they're two separate entities, for sure. I agree 100% with what you're going on about. Because frustration, like, on a road, driving, like, I'll go fucking ape shit over a tiny little thing. Somebody doesn't fucking signal, I see them, I spot them, like 5 cars ahead, and they don't signal their intentions. I'm like, fucking loser. Like, what the hell are you doing? Like, do you realize nobody knows what you were gonna do? Like, I'm mad. I'm mad for everybody on the road right now because you know everybody's like, that son of a bitch is an asshole, and you know. But the thing is like the other gentleman was just saying though, you let it out right away. I vent immediately. Like it's like, and bam, it's out of my system. Like I immediately get it out.
I just wanted to come in and say,
no, I was never like that. To be honest, I've not drove for a good few years, but I was never like that when I drove. I didn't have anger.
Yeah. I just assume that everybody else that's on the road is a total arsehole, and that indicators, you call them blinkers, whatever, indicators are fitted accessories, and there is no law required for you to actually use them. So I just assume that no one's going to indicate because they know where they're going. They don't give a fuck whether they tell anyone else there or not. So I kind of let it go, and I laugh about it, you know, because you can see it coming. You know.
You want to laugh? You want to laugh?
Mark out the arseholes and
you want to laugh? You should see how Canadians have adopted roundabouts. Most of us don't know how to use them, and it's funny as shit because we've adopted them now. It's funny to watch. No, seriously, like how the fuck do I get off this thing now?
James,
you drive out in the Middle East.
Do I use my signal?
You want to go to Milton Keynes?
James,
you want to go to Milton Keynes in England for the roundabouts?
Yeah,
Full of them.
God, Scotland's worse.
So roundabout everywhere.
Roundabout city.
Jamesy boy.
England is just full of roundabouts.
You know what's funny? I think for efficiency's sake, for traffic, I think for efficiency's sake, they're better than streetlights. However, there's a point where they get silly.
Well, Jamesy boy, I was going to touch on the anger thing with you, mate. Being an angry Glaswegian like myself, you'll know how much anger can be celebrated in this city, man. It really can't it, man? It's like everybody knows that we all know that we angry guy. You know what I mean? Maybe no names and shit. We all know that we angry guy. So how do you deal with anger and all that, mate? Do you just batter people?
No, I've never been. To be honest, I've never been an angry person. I mean, if somebody pushed my buttons, I will.
What about that old woman you pushed to the ground last time I met you because she was standing in your way?
Oh yeah, that.
That's just a vicious rumour. That's just a vicious rumour. It was only in the news of the world.
Yeah. No, honestly, I'm not an angry person. Sometimes the only people that make me angry is Zoltan.
Oh, sorry, that was the joke I was trying to lead in there, eh, man. Does Zoltan make you angry? Well, he's not turned up, mate, and apparently you've unblocked him, man. If not, as I don't think you've been keeping an eye in the chat and see whether he's...
Wasn't that the name of the machine in that movie Big with Tom Hanks? Was that a Zoltan or Zoltran? I don't know.
No, it was a Zoltan. Yeah, yeah.
It was, wasn't it?
Tom
All
Hanks. Yeah, Zoltan.
All right, cool. I thought I was going crazy for a second there. I was going to get all mad about it too, but.
I wanted to bring up what Kit touched up on, brought up about being angry at family. I think being angry at family is a totally different kind of anger altogether. Because like me, my sister, me and my brother, we can like get angry at each other, and then 5 minutes later you're just like best buddies again, talking like, do you know what I mean? Nothing happened. I suppose you sort of, because you all grew up together, you sort of learn to deal with it. So I do think family anger is a lot different from your average.
I have a pretty unique experience with family, and my mom passed away when I was about a year and a half old, and the events surrounding my mother's death involved, it was a pretty dramatic scene that I had no clue about. I was lied to by my family, and I had lived illegally with a last name or a surname that wasn't actually technically mine until it was legally changed when I was 15 years old. Now, the lie was propagated by my grandmother, my grandparents, and my father. My mom's side of the family was out of the picture completely, so there's nobody to corroborate or deny any of it. And I had an immense amount of anger and hatred towards my family. Like you want to talk animosity? It was like animosity to like the fifth exponent. Like it was over the top. Now, thing is I came to terms with that, and that is how I came to grips with my ability to handle stress and how to handle anger. I mean, you know, like that was my rabbit hole, if you would. And just like to be honest with you, I mean, like I don't know, like if I was any other person that would handle stress in a different way, like I don't know what different directions I could have gone in. You know what I mean? Like when you start to think about it and digress on the situation. Yeah, exactly. Like, it could have gone in any direction. I don't even want to speculate, you know, because like, you know, I repaired my relationship with my father. He's got a wife now, and I have a stepmom. I got stepbrothers, kids. They gave him the life. They gave my father the life that he always wanted. I'm off the hook now. Yeah, free. Yeah. You know, but you know the thing, the big point is that like I mean like if I were anybody else who handled things differently, like where would that have gone? You know, like it's but I guess everybody has to become well adjusted their own way. And how you handle stress, how you handle anger. Like if you like keep it as a little ball of stress that's pent up and compressing into this ball of evil that's like sitting inside of you, you just release it on mankind like one day. I mean, that could be ugly, you know. So you gotta let it out and like you know, pressure releases. You know, that's why they have relief valves for like, you know, pressurized systems. Like, you know, you gotta let it out in small bits.
Yeah. Well done for you for coming through.
Wow, you know, I made it this far. Every day above ground is a win.
Yeah, I saw that comment. I thought it was a really good comment. Every day above ground is a win-win. Good one. I do like that.
Killers makes us stronger, man. I don't know. Everything's an experience. At the time it sucks, but I think in hindsight you can always look back and learn from almost everything.
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%. I joke around a lot. I joke around pretending to be a cynic. I say shit like, that which doesn't kill me just chips away at me until I'm a shadow of my former self. Like, you know, I just try to say funny shit that, you know, but I'm actually trying to generate a laugh out of people because it's an irony of the situation. It's like, you know what, buck up, Buttercup, because it's not going to be fucking fun. Like, it's not fucking Joyride, bitches. This is like real life. Get used to it.
Yeah. You have to have,
you know?
I think you have to have a sense of humour, you know, otherwise we'd all end up going nuts, you know.
You definitely need to laugh.
I think that's the only reason the Grey Aliens. I think the only reason the Grey Aliens haven't fucking wiped us out yet is because we have a sense of humor. Some of us.
Well, they just take one look at us and just fucking fall about laughing anyway.
Yeah, like a deer in the headlights. Well, actually,
fucked up planet.
Talk about
but the produce is great.
Talk about yourself, Taz. We already seen the UFO was down at Tony's earlier on.
Oh yes.
That's on the way. Fact. We all seen it, and it's on its way up the Clyde right now to come and pick me up and take me home, man.
Yeah.
Well, I tell everybody, as soon as I find my spaceship, I'm out of here.
I noticed Fleabite's joined us. How you doing, Fleabite?
Hello there. You all right?
Hey, Fleabite, my Wookie. Hey.
Actually, bye.
Talking on the thing there. I was just coming in when you're talking about anger. People with anger, and that was some people like the anger through chemical imbalance in their body. What you actually have, your body will naturally produce more adrenaline because the way you think. Like, see, when people say they get paranoid, like people from post-traumatic stress disorder, I suffer from that, or did, you know, I still do. But it's a chemical imbalance in your body. What can get you paranoid, and your paranoia gets you angry. You know, your paranoia gets you because you think something's going to come to you. Your body's your naturally body goes on the defensive, so it creates more adrenaline in your liver, which goes to your brain and makes you act out. Maybe make you lose your temper a lot quicker and stuff like that. So it's not always a case of just like somebody's naturally fucking angry. Naturally, people can't be naturally angry. People use anger. Like a lot of kids use anger for violence and got money by using that anger that they've got to earn money through violence and stuff like that. You know, it's a thing that can be used, and it's a thing that sometimes when you get it, you don't want it. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I'll have to say, I'm sorry. I'm actually. It's my pleasure to be back in a panel with Fleabite. This guy's been around since day one, and he's supported me in the past. And we've been through a couple rough scrapes with other people and this and that and what have you. And anger, I have to say, this guy is the authority on anger. just to be clear. But yeah, man. Hey, listen. I just want to say for the record, and I'll say this publicly, man. I appreciate having you around. Thanks.
That's Charles Mason. Thanks, sir. I just wanted to say that it's like it's got a broad spectrum, hasn't it? When you go on, when you talk about anger, you know, it's, you can have the little tiniest little thing, but your anger towards your kids get you angry, don't they? Sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, when you've got real anger, there's a difference between anger and rage. Rage is
I get angry at stupid.
It's a total separate thing. Rage where you can actually hurt somebody is a totally different thing. That's when it becomes where you start losing control. You know, it's different from being angry, you know.
I think children get frustrated, but I think I think teenagers or adolescents get more angry. That's just my view.
Yeah. I deal with an angry teenager.
You said it right. They get frustrated. Don't get angry. They get frustrated.
Yeah, well, like think about if you were trying to learn how to tie your shoes again. You know, that's frustrating stuff.
For about 20 beers, I was like, God damn it! I knew how to do this yesterday.
I'm still learning.
Yeah, I think we're all still learning to deal with it every day.
Yeah. Well, the thing about the teenage angst, and you know, and like it's almost like we're kind of delving into a little bit of conspiracy theory here, but it's actually a product. It's a product of contemporary society. No, teenage angst does not exist, and well, it didn't exist like 20 years ago in some European like cultures. Like it just didn't exist because you still had a family unit, like 3 generations of family living under the same roof. It doesn't happen like that anymore. You got a separation.
It's simpler than that. See if you go and look at like sort of a hold on, I need to close my eye.
He's got to give us a visual.
No. See the coalition between advertising and teenage depression. If you go and look at it, it's side by side, right? Because teenagers grew up just thinking they were what they were, and then the advertisers went, "Oh, don't we need to make them feel insecure to sell them shit?" You know what I mean? So it was like straight after the war and all that, if you go and look at the
it's also based on hormones, though. Hormones are crazy.
But Sips is onto something too, though, Janelle, because it's also like they talk directly to the teenagers. Like, you're pissed off? Like, yeah. You think people don't understand you? Yeah. That's right.
Whose side were you on again,
do something
Robert?
about it. Yeah.
Whose side are you on?
Is fed by the media. It is a construct. It is completely built on, and it's a fucking money market. Like that's.
It's funny you say that, Robert.
Like it's already bled over into these European cultures I talked about that said that it didn't exist. It exists now. It's actually bled over through globalization, and it's the marketing. It is happening everywhere where it used to not happen. Like it's a phenomenon in itself. And
it's a cultural shift towards westernization.
It's almost
look, we've had teenagers. You know, we've had teenagers for hundreds of thousands of years. Teenage angst is about 50 years old.
People. Yes.
Yeah. They didn't have the internet before, though, and that's a major bone of contention.
They didn't have billboards shoved in their face. It's funny you bring this up because I actually had a conversation with Kip about this very topic, and we agreed, and I'm agreeing with you. And that's awesome.
Always been there.
Yeah, my boy turned 18 on Monday, so.
My brother's gonna be 15, so he's going through some changes.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
Have you kicked him out?
Weird.
Oh, sorry?
You kicked him out yet?
No, he's been macrame to his laptop since he came in, so he's been pretty quiet. I actually think he's fallen asleep now.
Well,
so,
I mean, because he's 18, have you sent him out to film?
I've been telling him to go out and do something useful for years. But no, he's still in school at the moment, so I can't nag him too much. But I will, and I do. Yeah,
and that's the thing. That's the thing too, is because nagging, like as innocent as you might think it is. Like I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to general you, like all the yous out there. Like you might think like I'm just looking out for your best interest, but it's weird because they'll see it as a personal attack.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but
she won't get off my back. She's on my back. I get
But that's because they don't realize.
What it was
you have. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, Elsie. What he was more concerned about, it was that working might interfere with his social life.
Mm.
Oh, wow.
So I thought,
it's
got a point.
Shit. You know what? I'll trade my social life for his working life.
Yeah.
But also,
you know what I mean?
Is he continuing school?
Has
he?
I think maybe he's got another year. So they make them stay on extra over here in the UK. So whether he'll go on to then college or whatever after that.
But I will say this. I will say this in his defense. I'm sorry, Fleabite. Sorry, Fleabite. I was just going to say one quick thing in defense of the children. that social life is important for a reason, and it does shape who they become later. It's kind of like the icing on the cake. You know what I mean? It's a cap of Mount Everest. It's what ends up defining them later on down the road. Either they're going to be this or they're going to be that, and you could have a introvert. You could have a subvert. You could have a total revert.
You can ask Robert. What were you going to say, please?
Or Robert. Sorry.
I was just going to say that when the lady's saying that their son's at college and you're going to go to college, they're all going to college at the minute, all the young'uns and that, but there's nothing for them when they come out. And there's nothing planned for them.
Yeah.
I agree 100%.
Business, so anything, there's nothing there for them. And there's
They're
nothing
not doing,
for the next year, so...
I disagree sarcastically, mate. There's lots of slave apprenticeships out there. There's lots of zero contract hours.
0 hour contracts.
0 hour contracts.
Jesus.
Guys,
You know,
from somebody. Robert,
hang on. The big dirty
can I
joke.
say something?
No.
For somebody who's been to school.
The dirty joke on these kids that they are getting told the punchline. They're not being told. They're not being told the punchline. You know what I mean? Like, they're not being told that they're going to be ostracized. Like, they're not told this.
Social intelligence is only one spectrum out of 5 of your intelligences. You can't say, oh, my social life. What about your intellectual life? What about your emotional life? What about your mental life? What about your physical life? You know what I mean? And I've been to college, so for the point number 2, while I can get this out, is I've been to college or a technical institute, and I did get out, and I don't have work. So Fleabike does have some validity in that.
No, he does, absolutely, and I'm going on with that. What I'm saying is that nobody's told the kids the dirty joke. Like, it's like, you know, have you ever heard a joke and you don't get the punchline because you didn't really get it explained to you? Well, guess what? These kids come out of school and they don't realize that they're already marked for deletion because of the fact that they're already going to be consumed by debt. They don't realize that they weren't given the damn tools that they were actually supposed to have to function through life. They live in a dream world where they think they're going to be successful in whatever goddamn category of occupation that they're going to go into. And then it's like, oh, this sucks. It's like, yeah, but also, guess what? Get used to it.
Robert, you did say take out loans from the government. The one I took out was a student loan. So given that,
I got one of
with
those.
With that video, you're saying that, but I did go to school, so it's worth something if most people choose to do it.
I'm
not going to pay my debt back. I'm not paying it back. So
yeah, good for you.
Don't pay it back because they stole that money from you in the first place.
To earn so much money before you can actually start paying that loan.
Janelle makes an important point though, right? See, she's saying like she's not paying it back, right? But see, that loan, it still exists, right? So what happens to that loan? That then gets sold as bad debt on the derivative markets and stuff like that, and that's the stuff that's that everybody's pointing to that will bring the whole thing crashing.
But to not pay it back, I'm refusing to until they force me to.
Those IOUs, Kit, will get sold again, and then all it'll do is raise the debt ceiling for the dollar, and then new loans will be created, and based against that. And really, like, the perpetuation of debt is what the debt-based wealth system is based on in the first place. And I'm saying what I said in my video. I'm not sure if any of your listeners or viewers have watched it, but I said don't feel guilty. Take out loans. Don't pay them back. I'm not talking about people, like hard-working people.
You can't do things like that. Like if you want to buy a house, or you want to get any property, or you want to move on in life.
Who wants to buy a house? I'm saying if you're gonna fight the system. I understand what you're saying. But I'm saying, listen.
An anarchist and live in the same.
Don't play ball. Don't participate.
That's why you're spending. That's why you've got no home base. You're not having to move a boat. You've got to work with.
I don't want to own a house.
You've got to work with the system, mate. If you want to stop buying property, you can't just turn around and say, "Oh, yeah, I'm nothing to do with it." Don't do that.
You're talking about if you want to play by the system, then you have to play by the system, and you have to get loans and you have to get debt. And he's saying, don't get debt and fucking love.
Yeah.
When people come and
listen. More importantly, talking stick rules, man. One at a time, or nobody can hear what.
Sorry, but
I have the talking stick. Talking stick.
Start off.
I just want to say, I think we can all agree that education and debt is a topic that makes us angry.
Education just gives us our English, our maths, everything else, anything else, like history, whichever else, yeah. Is it going to get us a job? Tell me.
You got to
Oh,
work.
no,
with
that
the tools you've
Shakespeare
got.
is fucking bollocks. What's it going to get us
You
in
know
a
what?
job? Seriously.
Kijiji gets me a job before anything else. Like, you know, local.
There is no jobs. And it's going to be a fucking...
Sometimes
Education.
it's who.
Yeah, yeah, job.
You've got to work
Sometimes
with
it's
the
who you
tools they're given.
know.
Well, I mean, you have to
I
define
would just
education. You have to define what education is, because if you do, our education system sucks.
Education or indoctrination.
Yep. All you need is to English class, the best thing in life.
Who you
All
know.
the rest of it, like geography and all this bollocks. Say, what do you need? What do you need it for?
You
I mean,
use-
you always
They
speak Spanish
I
and
wish
all
they
those
would
what
teach
else, yeah?
more life
What
skills.
is it gonna do for you as a job? Like, oh, I'm gonna
The
talk German
reason-
tomorrow. It's just,
I
it's
will tell you
reason
this: if
I-
you
beyond a
I-
joke.
if you fuck up your TV, you
I've
can
learned
actually
Spanish and I've
continue.
learned this today. It's just total bollocks. End of the day. I mean, my future kids, they'll
Right.
teach the English, maths, the basics we need in life. All this other crap, it's not unneeded and a waste of money, right?
You just use the
I have-
tools they're given. The
I
tools
have
they're given, you use
reason.
them, and that's what you do. You know, I mean,
I mean, who's going to spend their fucking time? Yeah, learn German, French, English, Spanish, all the fucking language here. We don't need it. We speak the best
Yeah,
language in the world.
use the tools you're given to get where you want to go. Where you want to go. Use the tools what you're given to get where you want to go, and use the platforms for information. That
I
you need
can
to-
never get up the English language for anything.
you
If
think-
you wanted to travel,
Look at Noam Chomsky. Look at Noam
multiple
Chomsky.
languages.
He was going on about
Hey, listen, talking stick. Talking stick.
Why do we need to pay
compartment-
money to visit another country?
why do you have to pay the money for knowledge in the first place? And the
Why do we need to
compartmentalization
pay
of
money
knowledge
to go
is
to another country, right?
in
This
in
is
Yeah.
our world. The belongs to us here. Why are we being charged for it, huh? That's stupid.
Because
It boils down to
people
common law.
to you and all that and
Are
think
you
about
talking
it.
transport
What a
or
stupid question.
accommodation?
Right, I need to ask a question. What are we actually talking about now? Because we're arguing about mumble jumble stuff, right? The thing was fear, and then we went on to education and debt. Right, now education and debt, nobody, like, we all know that the debt, the vast
temper.
majority of debt out there is fraudulent, right?
Yes.
We're all aware of that. How each to their own deals with that, man's important. I mean, what we do in Scotland is different what they do in England, different rules and regulations. What you do in the States, Canada, so on and so forth is all different. So we're all singing from different hymn sheets here because we're not coming from the same place. You need to fight this debt bill crap, damn tootin', right? And you need to educate yourself on how to do it. Janelle's good attitude, don't pay that back. I mean, like, listen, until you're in a position where you can afford to pay that back, and the education, the promise that you were sold on the back of that bull crap, i.e. that you can get a good job and earn all sorts of money, when everybody's been sold a lemon on the back of, well, not everybody,
have
of course, but
I want this. I got this one, Robert. I got it.
I have a perfectly logical. I have a perfectly logical
Yeah,
answer.
mate,
Hang on,
talking
to
stick,
just
man.
to just
Talking
to back
stick.
up what I was
First talk, first serve, man.
saying. And all it is this. Yeah, no.
Oh, you're pissed.
It's first talk, first serve, man, right? So talking stick, that's what that talking stick means. Because if people talk over each other, it cuts off the audio feed, you know what, man?
Yep.
Oh, who's got
I
the talking
didn't
stick?
want to. I had the talking stick. I didn't want to cut you off, Robert, but I wanted to say two things. I went to. I had an agenda. The reason I went to school, I took medical transcription, so I have an in if I end up getting into the medical field. So then I can create change with vaccines. I could possibly infiltrate that and make change. That is the reason I went to school. I don't remember my second point because there was so much talking, but
Taz,
that was the main point.
What's the next step? What's the next step? Moving on from what you've done about vaccines. What's the next step in life to move on from then?
Well,
What do you-
that's. What do
Sorry.
you mean my next step? Because I just want to get into their system so I can create change within the system that is in place.
So you're gonna get a job working in things for vaccines. Because
Somewhere like a doctor's office or a hospital, I have my options open, or I can work online. But I would prefer to work there because if you work in a hospital in Canada, they try to force you to take flu shots as well. So I will be fighting that if I do get a job in the
Yeah.
field. But it has been hard,
Tough one.
And I think the fear part, the thing I was going to say, the fear part about the debt, it's scary. It's overwhelming to pay back. So there is some fear. There is some fear and anger there.
It depends how you want to live. I mean, you've got to go through banks these days. Unless you've got, I mean, I paid cash for my place. I'm in no debt. I'm not in debt to nobody. I pay cash for my place where I live, and I chose to do that. You know, so I wouldn't be in debt. But I mean, there's other kids that I know that pay mortgages and they've got a family to bring up and stuff like that. You've got to go through the banking system. You've got to go. I mean, nobody's got the money to go. Nobody's going to come and lend you so much money. You've got to go through the banking system. To a certain advantage and all that, it's a little bit unfair. And yes, but you need the banking system. You can't just throw the banking system away and say, "Oh, but we don't need this anymore."
I can. It works.
That's probably because you're fucking high. That's why, mate. You can't do it. You know, it strikes me as how it's like you can't just. If you want to go away and grow your own vegetables and stuff like that, but if you want to, this day and age when you're bringing your kids up and stuff like that, you know, you've got to go through the banks to get your mortgage and pay for your car. I mean, it helps you get on. I mean, everybody's in debt.
Yes, yeah.
You know?
It's all based on bullshit. It's all based on bullshit. And this is what I want to say about anger, and this is where it applies to anger. Is that what happens is you got this stemmed anger that turns into this kind of like what I was talking about earlier when I was making a joke, but yeah, it turns into a little compressed ball of fear, of debt, and you know, all the crushed dreams, all the high hopes that the children have of their future. Guess what? That gets crushed, and then they end up turning into what they end up turning into 20 years down the road, telling other people, "Oh yeah, you can't do this, you got to have a steak and potato kind of career, you got to do this, you got to do that, because I know what I'm talking about, because I failed," because and they're angry. Everybody's fucking angry because they didn't succeed, and that lack of success is what feeds the fucking sheeple. That's what's going on, and this is what is propagating the failure of our society.
Right, I want to talk about some important points, right, and everybody needs to go and check out different strokes for different folks in different countries. Here in Scotland, right, if you have a debt with a private company other than the council, don't pay it. There's nothing they can do other than wreck your credit score, right? So there you go. They'll send out threatening letters, certain phone calls, but ultimately, unless it's council tax, and don't take my word for it, go and check it out all yourself. A very good thing to Google is get out a debt free in each of your countries, man. Taz,
yes.
Taz, what's happening in the chat room, and what would you say about get out a debt free in the English context, man?
Oh yeah, it's been a very busy chat room, and everyone's talking, you know, amongst themselves as well as listening in. Everyone's playing nicely, so that's good. With regards to get out of debt free, I think you've got to have an understanding about how money is created, or how debt is created, and the relevant forms of money.
Taz, did you recently see the videos that have been doing the rounds? And I wish I could give these guys a shout out, man. But what they're doing right now is there's a kind of purge on by the energy companies, particularly in the UK right now, and what they're doing is they're forcing entries to people's houses under false warrants and changing them from a quarterly meter, which means to a prepayment meter, which basically means that you don't put money in it, you don't have any heating, right? Now, and you pay more for it. Now, they're forcing entry to people's houses. 2 people in my block it's happened to that I know of, probably more. And you need to go and Google this, you will find that if you're having problems like that, you can't afford to pay the gas bill, you're in debt, and they're sending out threatening letters, they're coming through your front door with fraudulent warrants. What they're doing, and I seen they're turning up with locksmiths, drilling people's doors and stuff.
I've seen them videos.
And there is tricks of the trade you can learn to protect your own property, to stay by the letter of the law, and to get these people to fuck off away from you. So you need to go and educate yourself, and that's the important stuff. I know it's all good in theory and all that, but there is actually mechanisms out there for people. Janelle, again, you've got student debt. I don't know how it works over in the Canadians over there, but go and check out Get Out of Debt Free. See what the punishment for is not paying that. Over here, all they can do is punish your credit rating. Oh my God, I don't want any more debt. I mean, I'm fucking sick of that shit.
I really
already suck.
go ahead, Janelle. Sorry, go ahead.
They would also garnish your wages, and they'd also come and take property of you as well. They come and take your car off you, come and take stuff in your house. Yeah, it's not as easy as throwing saying I'm not going to pay it. Now, if they get a sheriff.
Hey, Fleabite, nobody's taking my fucking car because guess what? I paid $600 cash for it. It's my car. If someone tries to take it, I'll probably punch them in the face.
Yeah. Well, they can't prove ownership.
Right.
Well,
and that's it. What they're messing around with is titles and cars.
As soon as you register something, you bequeath your ownership of it, and then you allow somebody else to take it away if you.
Yeah, but not the equity in it.
Well, if you have a vehicle that you're leasing, there is no equity. It has no intrinsic value. No.
But you registered it, Tate.
Yeah.
James,
you've got to own it. You can't take a leased car off it. You've got to own it.
James, you think I was like, and I wouldn't say 100% right, but like a good starting point for people in Scotland with regards to get out of debt, because again they operate on fear. I mean, back in the day, what they used to do, right? My mum used to tell me about this. You used to go up the close, take all your furniture out and sell it to your neighbours to humiliate you, and it's the same tactic. I know people that may have got a credit card at 18, went out and rattled it, never paid it back, and what happened?
That was me.
After 6 years, see, after 6 years, that debt is clear.
Debt is expired. Yeah, you can't chase statutes.
They say that.
Wow.
Yeah.
They say that here after 7 years, but for things like student debt, like I have, because Kip was asking, they expect you to start paying it back after 6 months. If they don't get this money or payments on this money, they do sell it off. But where they sell it is the Canada Revenue Agency, and then your money gets taken anyways.
By the way, the Canada Revenue Agency, by the way,
taxes,
headquartered in London, England.
He wants to sell what they're on. You do. They do. Yeah, you've sold that.
If they sell the debt on, they own the debt.
But were you saying Janelle?
Yeah, but there's provincial debt, and I have federal debt as well. So I have debt from the country, and debt from the province. So that is actually combined, I believe, and sold to the Canada Revenue Agency.
And who is supposed to? Who is made to feel guilty for owing it? They make you, they engineer your emotions to make you feel guilty for owing that because you feel like you took something from them. They've been taking it from you all along. This is my point. They've been stealing from all of us in order to create this wealth system. And like I'm telling people, stop feeling bad because it's a bullshit, transparent fucking system in the first place. Like, don't pay it. Don't pay it because you know what? By the time you actually pay it, Janelle, you probably might take you maybe 5 or 6 years to pay it. I almost guarantee you by the time you pay back your loan, the system will fail because it'll collapse on itself by then.
What's that, James?
It can't perpetuate itself.
Because once they sell that debt on to another company, you don't own that. You don't owe that debt anymore because you sold on.
Yeah. Yeah, I just
the debt. They own the debt. Listen, your birth registration is a registration, and that is the government's way of taking you away from your parents because they bequeath their ownership. Yeah. Like this thing extends across the board. And if people understood this, they would be pissed off and mad. This is the biggest scam on all of society in all countries. I don't care if it's British colonies. I don't care where it is. This is happening everywhere. If you put it in
the side chat here, Holland actually pays their students to go to post-secondary. So it's not like that everywhere.
Wow.
Not everywhere.
They pay their students. Wow.
They pay their students to go to secondary.
And it wasn't like that in Gaddafi's country either, but they go in and killed him.
Yeah.
You know, this is how this
works.
They
made an example of him.
That's right.
But if you follow the money trail,
everybody else played ball. Money trail. There is no money trail.
You have to remember, Janelle, also that There is no such person called the municipal or county. It's not like you're reimbursing someone because you've injured them. A building or a company is not capable of being injured, therefore does not require any kind of compensation because it has no feelings. You know?
And you can't write a contract with a building or an entity of that sort. Like
correct.
Because
I would love to see one of them, like a bank, walk into a courtroom.
Only a living human being can write a contractual to living entities, and these corporations hide behind like the lies and fool everyone else into like basically cooperating and being pacified and guilty for they feel guilty for if anybody owes anybody anything, they owe us.
Again, though, man, like we don't need to concentrate on the feelings. Let's concentrate on the basic facts. There's tools and mechanisms out there to beat this system before they some people call them.
You've got to use the system. Like the old saying goes, the castle will fall from the inside. You know? So you're not going to be able to break the system unless you're working from the inside. You know, it's going to be.
You don't need to break it. You can just do what they do.
It's going to take years to get away from this banking system. It's going to take long before after our lifetime and all that. It's going to be all.
Play ball.
What we do is we start up our own systems, right? Like they can go down to Parliament and play their fun and games. We get a wee shed and call it our own Parliament, hold our own elections, use the president set for time and time again by genuine revolutions of the people that are sick and the motherfuckers in charge. There are ways and means and mechanisms. I do not believe in fucking subscribing to the system to bring it down, man. All power to everybody and every attack to bring on it.
I have something, please.
You know what? You don't beat it by not cooperating. You just don't participate.
What part of the system are you not adapting your life to at the minute? What part of the system is that? Your life at the minute?
What's happening? Sorry.
No, I just wanted to say that there are two ways depending on the situation. You can do as me and go within that system because healthcare is never going to not exist. Sorry for the double negative, but it's always going to be there. For things like the government, I'm an anarchist. I don't think it should always have to be there, or at least not in its current form, and no form really, if you want to talk anarchy. But that's my view.
Our healthcare is a brilliant system.
I would, you know what? I would veterinarian before I trust a doctor right now. Where I live in Canada, I would trust a veterinarian taking care of animals that has a shady past. I would trust him before a doctor.
Which is fine.
I'm saying we've got the
Which is fine, but you can also have
the world, the British. And I'm dead proud of our.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm dead proud of our healthcare system. Even if it's a socialist healthcare system, I'm really proud of it. The trouble with America and Canada, your healthcare system puts more people into bankruptcy than anything else. It's
Canadian health system not quite good. Is the Canadian health system not quite good in the sense that the drugs are a lot cheaper than in the States?
Well, there is subsidy.
You know what? It's a good question. It's a great question actually because different provinces handle things differently. Like in Ontario, we have a thing called OHIP, and everything's covered. It's just like specialty. If it's like life-threatening or what have you, it's covered. Your drugs, of course, though, have to be subsidized by an insurance program or something. You know what I mean? But in other provinces, like British Columbia, guess what? There's a reason why they call BC Bring Cash, because I get a $60 bill every month for the last 4 years. I haven't paid that. I ain't paid. I didn't ask for it. I haven't even used their healthcare system. I didn't even get a single fucking visit. And nowhere. I'm not paying $60 a month.
No.
And they send me a bill every month in the mail. They send me a bill. But like it's a provincially system, and it's a false system. It's bullshit. It's like Obamacare. Like
every province is allowed to. They're allowed to govern according to their own provincial law within the federal system.
Yeah,
I learned that.
if I get hit by a car and they save my life, resuscitate me, and then patch me up, trust me, I'll be bolting like as fast as my legs can fucking take me. Because thanks for saving me, but I'm out. Peace. Done.
Yeah, but also there's the side of medicine that is natural. There's natural science too. You know, there's
they don't talk about that, though, do
health.
they? No, don't talk about.
No,
that.
they don't though. But I would trust some doctors. Some do have a more natural approach, and I can't say we can call them all.
I agree with you on that, Janelle. I agree with you on that, Janelle. And just like kids, when they're like, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" I want to be a cop. I want to fight crime. I want to save people. I want to be a doctor. I want to do this. I want to. Nobody grows over and be a maniacal motherfucker. No one says that.
My nephew said he wanted to be a dog.
Term paper? Yeah, like this is what I'm saying. But guess what? The simple fact is that these people get conned into it, and the guilt, the anger that they feel that manifests itself. Yeah. This is how they get controlled by the system, because now they ain't gonna get a paycheck to take care of their family, to pay off their car loan, to pay off their mortgage. They won't be able to do these things. It's a control mechanism, and it's like that's the flaw right there. And
the wages are decreasing. Unbelievably, you know, and all we keep hearing is about all these bankers' bonuses, and you know, the bank rip people off for thousands of billions and millions, you know, but nobody goes to jail. But you know, if you default on a parking ticket,
some is failing at it.
Yeah. Because it's not illegal to type in a set of numbers like we use PayPal, into somebody's bank. It's not illegal at all to go, oh, do you get 150 quid each, whichever, they do it all by digital numbers, It's not illegal to do that, right?
What do you
I mean, if you work for a big company, say Microsoft, I think Bill Gates knew all the stars, roll numbers, and that the other, it's all done digitally, therefore that is a fraud, right? So you're going to go for work, working for that money, and where they put it in the bank every month, tap, tap, tap. So you're working for nothing, right? What's the point?
Oh, yeah.
What's the point going slugging your fucking guts out for fuck all end of the week, end of the month,
That's what I'm saying.
Here's a theory. Right, here's a little theory, right? My friend couldn't transfer a small amount. It was £10, So I said, look, I'll send it from his PayPal, from his bank to his PayPal, from his PayPal to my PayPal to my bank. It went through, but he had no funds in his bank because the firm Sky took his internet money out of the bank, right? But it's trying to still process. Oh, you know, it was this. So how the hell could that work then? There's no money in. I had
a similar experience with Bitcoin. I had a similar thing with Bitcoin. Same circumstance right here. Yeah, I did the same thing. A friend of mine sent me American Bitcoin. I had to join a Canadian firm. Set up a membership system, transferred my Bitcoin to the Canadian one, and then said, okay, I entered in my bank information. Technically, it should have gone through within 2 to 5 business days, was what they said. 7 days later, they had to send me an Interac email transfer for it to go through because the banks, it just like, what? It just didn't go through.
I have a theory.
If I had $3.5 million, I bet you I could have pushed that through at midnight the day before. You know what I mean?
I have a theory. I have a theory for those that are, even when you cash a check, if they hold that check for 5 days, you don't get the money. They are providing somewhat of a service, but they are making interest on that money while it is being held. They're making money off of you.
But no, it's worse than that, because the next day while they're holding, because now, 5 days, 5 day spread, so now 1 day's gone because that's the day that you handed your shit in. Now they got it, we're on 4 days. On day 2, now they're lending out money. They're probably going to lend out 100 or 99% of your money to somebody else before they've even cashed your check and given you your own money. And then what they're going to do is charge you service charges 5 days later for actually doing you a service, like what you just said.
Do you know what you're
Come on now. Do you realize how ridiculously idiotic that sounds?
Do you know what you're talking about there, Janelle? We've just had over here in the UK, and it goes worldwide as well, the RBS, which falls under the bracket of NatWest and Ulster Bank. for the second time, but there's been other ones as well. They've had a computer glitch. That's
Yep.
And basically, this is exactly
Oh,
what I'm talking about. They hold payments, right? So they've got X amount of money. Now, my theory is they just didn't get the money to pay it, so they're taking that money, sticking it somewhere else, getting the interest to put it back at a later date, and they're blaming a computer glitch. So this is like let's say documented in the sense that if you can see through the bull crap, it is documented, and you cannot. Like from a technical aspect, anybody that's like got a tech head on them, if somebody turns up to them and says a glitch, they're like, "What the heck does that mean?" It means nothing.
Right, you beat their kits. Basically, my friend mate Wilson.
Hey, that's compartmentalization of language.
Yeah.
My mate Wilson.
Language, and it's done on purpose.
Yes, my mate Wilson earlier. They're gonna make it crash, yeah, to make a lot of interest, generate more money, yeah, from nothing. So
yeah, but that is we are describing
money as goes in the bank tomorrow, yeah.
We are just describing. Sorry, go ahead.
They got nothing on their own, yeah. Basically, they use our money to loan to other people. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah. Who would have thought the Dire Straits are right, eh? Money for nothing, and the chicks are free.
So when you the fiat system and get
this is our system. This is the system we have to fight.
Well, listen, guys, right, that's nearly the 2 hour mark, so I'll speak to everybody in the room and see if they want to see any last words on fear and stuff, man. So, Taz. Gimmick?
Yes, Kip.
Sorry, I was good. Alright, I'll come at you in a wee sec, Gimmick, man, if you use a wee second. Taz.
That's right, you beat me to the punch on the second computer crash. Well, I said, mate, we said earlier, as I rephrased himself there again, they said, reason for the crash, yeah, let them generate tons more interest, you know, how they do that and whichever. But the first one happened, what, 2-3 years ago, was it?
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, if you look at it now, yeah, I mean, as computers go, yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, if you have a storage drive, a storage drive, vice versa. I mean, if it crashes, right, the data will be wiped altogether, right? If you look at our computers, yeah, if it goes, the hard drive goes, yeah, everything is wiped, right? If there's no backup or I don't know what they use or whichever, right? So
Well,
how do they know? Is that this, right? Oh, they know everybody's PayPal, yeah, it was bank wise, right? How can they do that? You know, it's so suspicious, it's so fishy, and it's a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
My theory on debt stealing and the reset switch is I call it Plan B, and everyone probably knows it as the BRIC, which is Brazil, Russia, India, China, Korea, the new system that's going to be adopted. I guarantee you guys, mark my words, it's my prediction, it's my theory, but I'm telling you guys that this is the reset switch. This is what's going to happen, because the current American dollar cannot sustain itself any longer. Like it is flailing large.
Guys, we all know about the system and what it is and how it traps people, but the topic here is anger. So I know it frustrates us all. It makes us angry.
It's completely and directly relatable, because it is that anger that creates the fear. The anger creates the fear. This is like, I feel like Yoda now all of a sudden. But it's the
but
fear
this
that
is
creates.
But there's more to.
Get on with it now, because I want to say goodbye, everybody.
There's more to this than money, guys.
I mean,
it's not about the money. Like, it's about subservience. It's about
the control with the money, isn't it?
Yes. Because remember, hey, the people at the top, Janelle, don't give a shit about the money. They don't need the money.
No.
They already have the power.
Right.
The money itself, sorry, word money, because it's not even money, it's currency. The currency itself is actually just like cattle feed. All it's doing is keeping us perpetuating the system, and we're doing the heavy fucking lifting. We are doing the hard work. We're the ones extracting the shit. We're building the.
I'm going to go to the room and everybody.
We're doing the heavy fucking lifting.
What? Shut up, man.
Somebody else.
Stop right now. Thank you very much.
Hey, do you want me? I'll do a shout
out.
I need somebody with a
I
human.
don't know. I don't know what came over me. I got a little angry.
No,
just,
I'm wanting to take the 2-hour mark, so everybody will have their final words. Taz, what's everybody saying in the chat, and your final last words on fear and how you deal with it?
All right. Well, what I was going to do is actually going to read a shout out to everybody that's joined us tonight, because it's just been really good. We've had a really good chat room, so I'm going to give everybody a shout out, and I'm going to list you as well. So I hope you're ready.
Shout it out loud.
If I may. Right, we got Michael Ann McAllister. She was in first, so hope you're doing well. There you go. Collie Man, soprano fan. Linda Cloud, Rebecca Bradley, Blazing Stars, Javan Trendmaker, Actional Reactional, Flea Bite Yourself. 666, Truth Seeker, Philosopher, Stevie B, Janelle. There we go. Jazzy G, Bring the Veils. Maiden 77, Bright 77, Tony B, Robert J. Morris, B2 Truth Talk, Politically Incorrect, Jay Thornton B4, Jean Pretty Pups. Hey Jean, how you doing? Confusion 180, Truth Freeze, Marcus Mystique, B3 Believer, Emanos, oh, let's write that wrong. Nicola Morrow, Cooks 21, Basil Vic Matt, how you doing? And MK Fizzle, Press Reset Earth, hi Press, nice of you to join us, mate. And my girlfriend Lisa J Williams. So if I've missed anybody out, I am so sorry. So yeah, it's been a really good chat tonight, and
Shout out to my big sis as well. Nicola Morrow's my big sister. So how you doing? She'll have a rough idea why I wanted to talk about anger tonight and how to deal with it, man. But I won't go there just now, man. So Nicky, I hope you're watching for the start, man. Give us a shout later on. Send us a wee text message. She asked me a question, right? What's the name of the scientist guy who thinks global warming is just a sequence in our climate? I can't think of the guy's name.
What drug is he taking?
What?
Global warming. We know about chemtrails. We know about what's going on. We know about HAARP. It's all the same systems, all the same, you know.
We're doing a roundup. We're doing a roundup, man. We're going to never. So down the moon, Robert. How you doing, mate? Thanks for joining us.
I sense another podcast happening.
How you do? Like any final words you want to say about fear, mate, before we go, man?
Bye.
Robert, any final words? Any final words you want?
Listen, guys. You know, like I said before, I've been on the spot, and like I have no anger towards anybody because, you know, quite frankly, we're all in this. We're all in this together.
We're all in this together. We're as one. We're speaking the same drum beat. We have all the same feelings, the same motion. We're running it as one.
And Janelle, do you have any final words?
I want to add to that. I just want to say I don't want to mislead people and say, hey, look, be an anarchist and don't pay this and that. Look, I know everybody has responsibilities to take care of the children and the nesters out there that are, you know, have families. You have to do. I'm not saying put yourself in danger's way. What I'm trying to say, if you want to fight the system, do everything in your power to just not participate. Do not participate as much as you possibly cannot participate. That's all. And do the system is a prison, and it's designed for that. It's designed.
You said that was all.
Feel bad about it too.
You said it was all. Thank you, Robert.
What do you want to say before we finish going? Before we stop going live?
About fear?
About fear.
Well, about fear is a useless emotion because you're saying if he's saying fear leads to anger.
Oh, sorry,
anger.
I'm on a wee word. Sorry.
Fear's a useless emotion. Anger, it's a waste of energy. Or you could be having positive energy and putting that into something. And I do want to shout out everyone on the panel. You're a very patient bunch. And I enjoyed everything you had to say. And shout out, of course, everyone in the chat. I really like how you guys do the shout outs in for all the people in the chat. And I wanted to shout out Gimmick for Life because I believe he was missed by Tazzy. But yeah, thank you for having me.
Like I said, I'm always here, and
it's,
you know,
it's on the
sometimes
top
I can't.
sorry.
I want to say something, sometimes I keep quiet and hear out. Because I can overperform. Sometimes I can go on and on whichever else, but we've got to have our own chapters throughout. You know what I mean?
Jamesy boy, I'll come to you last because we'll talk about tomorrow to wrap up.
That's fine. No worries. It's all
so,
good.
Gimmick, any final words, mate? Any final words on anger, not fear?
Nah, I mean, fear is created by anxiety, and I do suffer from anxiety, which sucks. With that, there, you know, you get all the mood swings, whichever, and you hear things like. The old days needed the mainstream media and whichever, but now when you like this recent killing over in Charleston, the actor Christian Grass or something like that.
It's always an actor these days, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It was my friend Tom who said that well one, and I'm not believing all of it, but it's certain things like that which really, really spins my head 10 ways to Sunday.
Telltale signs, eh? False flag.
Yeah. There you go. I mean, there's so many false flags going on, and it's hard to keep up with most of the cases. But you know, end of the day, right? How many times have we seen this one-trick pony? Yeah. It's become so stale, and I mean, you know, once you see that same story repeat itself, it's like a restaurant. Oh, let's finish with a roll-up pin or an ankle submission. It's the same old story.
If you go look back, I'll bet you a month earlier or maybe a year earlier, who knows? They did a drill and they simulated this.
Well, do you know what we'll do? We'll pick this
there
up.
You go.
Because we're wrapping up, right? So, Gimmick, brilliant, mate. Fleabite, any last words about Fleabite?
I was just going to say, like I said before to everybody in the chat, like, it's nice when you turn up each week and the same faces are turning up, and it's nice for a little community to build there, and you're all good crack, and it's nice just to be in the chat. Just to be nice.
Oh, thanks for joining the hangout, mate. See everything.
Yeah, thank you for doing
it. I'm always about.
It's nice to join us as well, Kip. So, Charles, thank you very much, and I'll see you next week or whatever.
Aye, Fleabite, mate. Pleasure, mate, having you on as always.
Right, I love you, Flea, man. You're good. You're cool. You're cool shit, man. I love you, man. Peace.
James, what's making you angry, mate?
Yes, definitely.
Is it a monster? Is it a monster? Anyway, James, we've spoken about the anger and stuff, man. But let's have a wee.
No, nothing really makes me angry, guys.
Well, I'll test that out tomorrow when I shove you into the open grave.
That makes me angry when I tea bags. That's just when it's pissing out down the shop.
Well, Jamesy boy, I need to say, man,
angry.
Jamesy boy, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. There should be that austerity march to kick things off, man. Right? I need to Google that at some point tonight to find out the actual details, man.
No problems.
And we should be able to hit that. We'll either be George Square, mate, at the top of Buchanan Street, and then we can go to the Necropolis and get a wee bit of Thriller in and stuff, man. It's an amazing spot, man. Best therapeutic city and stuff.
Hey, it was a damn pleasure meeting you guys. Hey, it was a damn pleasure being on your panel. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Rob. You're welcome.
Go ahead and add us. You're welcome too.
Hey, thanks to everybody in the chat and for everybody that has Bill watch and we'll
thank you. It was a great show.
And exactly what Fleabite said, man, butter into the chat and make up your own relationships and friends and stuff. That's what it's all about, man. I can't talk to everyone, honestly. I try, but I can't. All right, so
it's hard to podcast and monitor live chat. I know.
In such a way, it's like
full-time job, guys.
Should be back in Monday.
I do it for about 3 minutes.
Should be back in Monday.
Almost like masturbation. Hey, you do it for about 3 minutes, and it's like I'm done. I'm done with live chat.
And on the masturbation note, we'll finish on that.